Hey, Empress Vibrant here. Hope everybody is blessed. So, what is the feeling? So, today it looks like it's about forgiving. We all make mistakes. So, everything forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving others for their shortcomings, forgiving those who have been a bit short tempered in this time, especially within the shadow season. Maybe there's a little way of looking at compassion in this time. When looking at the energy, we all made mistakes. It's about forgiving. What are we forgiving? So we have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles speaks of our luxury, our money, our stability. And possibly this could be some kind of misunderstanding or argument around finances, money, um, maybe possibly someone wanting to have something luxurious and maybe being denied that, or some type of disagreement around finances, even borrowing. Possibly there's an energy around how somebody behaved around money, borrowing money, asking for money, something like that. And we know that anything to do with money sometimes can be quite tricky. So I think it's to do with some stability, or even someone getting a job offer that you didn't, and maybe they made a big song and dance about it, and they weren't really what's the word for it? They wasn't mindful that you were a bit sensitive. You want something happening and you've been waiting for a while, so possibly there was a lot of gloating for some of you. This is just possibly just around not feeling stable. Maybe somebody's financial decisions haven't been sound. Investments haven't been well thought out. Some type of, yeah, I think it's like some type of loss, or some type of energy where it seems like something around money hasn't been dealt with properly, where there is a need to forgive someone because someone's made a mistake in the way that they've approached you, the way they've handled their situation. We also have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant speaks to us about our traditions, also speaks to us about our spirituality, religion and spirituality. It speaks about marriage. It speaks about our institutions of traditions, christenings, the way we do things. It's about our traditions and things like that. So you know possibly the way somebody has presented some type of religious information to you, the way that they have come to you at, maybe you should be married right now. Why are you not further along? How are you doing spiritually? Um, that kind of thing. There seems to be like a disconnect with this energy around just sort of staying grounded and kind of having your own opinions and things like that. Um, the Hierophant is, an energy, it's a number five, yeah, and it's an energy around conflict, loss, change, rebuilding. So it's that energy where, we'll have to rebuild our sense of self, through the conflicts we have found through our our evolution, how we've grown, from, maybe believing one set of ideas and now kind of clinging on to something different or embarking on something else. And maybe that's what's ruffling feathers. Like, why are you switching up your play? Why are you doing things differently? Or maybe somebody's switching up their play and you're like, you don't really like that. But possibly it's around a real need to connect, and a real energy around a fear around being left behind, missing the boat. So maybe there is an energy around forgiving them for this, and maybe some type of truth that's come up as well. We've got the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords talks about some type of truth that changes the trajectory of something. It's something that is a realization. Maybe this type of truth, or this realization that you found out, maybe it was a huge shock and it was something that you'd never considered, and maybe the way that somebody's relayed information to you was quite harsh. We've got sword here. This person, maybe their communication was really sharp. Maybe they were cutting with their remarks. Maybe this truth kind of came out in a way that wasn't really done in a way that was nurturing. you know. So there's that kind of energy as well. So like we said, we've got we all make mistakes, forgiving, and we have the King of Pentacles here, so possibly something to do with finances, stability, home as well. Hierophant speaking about our spirituality, our beliefs, you know, our traditions. So possibly some kind of, you know, change around that. Ace of Swords, some type of truth that's coming, and maybe it's been quite a hard truth. It's something that is coming quite hard hitting. Maybe it's been said in a way that's been quite harsh. You know, the communication has been quite straight and blunt, and maybe you may need to forgive someone for that at the moment, just because we're all going through something right now. But we are told to know to recognize our abundance. But before I go into that, let me read what's on the back of this card. As one of the great things about these are psychology cards, and they're called the emotions. So it gives us a way to break it down. So forgiving, ask yourself, how easy or hard is it to find forgiveness in your heart? And really reflect on that. How easy or hard is it to find forgiveness in your heart? Number two, how will forgiveness help you? You know, how would you letting go, you know, leveling with somebody, putting yourself in their shoes, how will this forgiveness help you? And what do you need to do to forgive? So it's that kind of energy. So what do you need to do? Do you need some time? Do you need to kind of, you know, get it off your chest? You know, what are your ways in which you can use to find yourself in a space where you can forgive, you can let go? And what's beautiful about these cards is there is an affirmation, and the affirmation says, I can forgive and forget if I choose. Letting go will allow me to move towards acceptance of what is and faith in what will be. I love that. So again, I can forgive and forget if I choose. Letting go will allow me to move towards acceptance of what is and the faith in what will be. Wow. And I think we can use these as little journal prompts as well, and really ask these questions, and it will, you know, work towards us healing and accepting where we are, and making new decisions, for forgiving. So pay attention to your abundance. There is an abundant energy around our growth right now, our knowledge, the things that we are gaining, you know, the people around us. There is abundant lessons going on, and like we had the King of Pentacles there is abundance of coin as well, which I really love to see. We also have listen to your intuition. So listen to your intuition when it's time to have these conversations that you need. Time to, you know, listen to your intuition when it's time to take a break away from a situation, so that you can kind of, you know, work out how you feel and kind of work through the energy. Ask for help from others. So there are going to be other people around who will be able to support you in how you feel, be able to find other avenues, maybe intercede on your behalf, you know, distract you, give you another perspective on things. So do, you know, speak to people, seek help, seek advice. And lastly, we have peaceful resolution. So there is going to be a peaceful resolution after all. So okay, you may not feel this energy right now, and you may still be quite annoyed or disappointed in a situation, but it's all about forgiving, you know, and we all make mistakes. And especially if it's anything to do with, like I said before, money, some type of harsh truth, maybe belief systems, you know, just take the time to ask these things here. Okay, and I'll put that back on the screen here, so that you can pause and note on this. So I think it's great that we can use this as journal prompts, you know, in ways that we can unpack. So please like, share, subscribe and comment. Follow me and share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'm across all the socials, and I am taking bookings. So my lovelies, have yourself a wonderful, wonderful evening, and the rest of the strong. Take care. Blessings.